Please do not drink them. Just wait for my instructions. Today, I'm going to serve you an anaerobic washed geisha from Alida Estate for my espresso course. After the coffee is picked, it is pulped and placed in an oxygen-free tank for 5 days, where bacteria produce CO2, which displaces the oxygen. There's your espresso, just wait for it. In this oxygen-free environment, anaerobic bacteria grow. They have a slower metabolism, which helps preserve the florals of this coffee while still fermenting it. There are also lactic acid bacteria in there, which gives this coffee a really creamy body. Now judges, the effects of carbon dioxide and oxygen, they start at the farm, but they never stop, even in these espressos sitting right in front of you. Now we all know that espresso tastes better as it cools. However, have you ever noticed that eventually it starts to taste worse? It starts to degrade as the liquid espresso interacts with oxygen. Today, judges, we get to enjoy all the benefits of a cooler espresso with none of the negatives. I'm placing all of your espressos into these syringes. These syringes are going to cool and mix the espresso. They're going to remove carbonic acid, and they're also going to protect the espresso from oxygen. We're going to leave them in here to cool, but when it's time, I'm going to come over and I'm going to walk you through this whole process. But for now, I will give you some notes. So in the espressos today, you can write down orange, orange blossom, nectarine, and brown sugar. The body is medium and silky and has a long finish of florals and citrus. We're going to leave them in here to cool, but I'll come back when it's time to serve them. For now, let's start talking about my milk course. For my milk course today, I'm going to serve you an Aerobic natural margojipe from Tolima, Colombia, produced by the Gutierrez family at Finca Monteverde. Now, after they pick that margojipe, they process it in open-air tanks as a natural for 3 days. Now, in this open-air environment, aerobic bacteria just go to town, grabbing any available carbohydrates and converting them into super exciting new flavors. Now, margojipe is one of my very favorite varieties, but it often can be vegetal and lack acidity. This is where careful aerobic processing can be so powerful. That aerobic processing takes the margojipe and reveals exciting new flavors, turning this variety into an entirely new expression, and I am so excited to share it with you. So judges, I'm just going to distribute and tamp these shots, and then I'm going to come over and show you how to get those espressos out of the syringe and into your cups. Thanks so much. All right, so this part's tricky, but it's going to be worth it. So you're going to pick up the syringe. You're going to hold it by the handle and the body so it doesn't slip away from you. You can put your clipboards to the side if you want, or just in your laps. Pointing it to the sky, gently remove that tip. Gently flip it over the cup and plunge it out, and then just enjoy that espresso. Afterwards, you can just place that back on the top. I can get that for you if you like. Oh, perfect, you got it. I'll be right back with my milk course. Judges, in your milk course today, you will taste chocolate milkshake, strawberry, and dulce de leche. Now, this margojipe is just perfect in milk, but there's another reason I wanted to serve it to you today. It doesn't exist anymore. The coffee sitting in my hop over there is the last margojipe on Earth from Finca Monteverde. Rising global temperatures have made coffee leaf rust a big problem. Margojipe is very sensitive to coffee leaf rust, and so it is no longer sustainable for the Gutierrez family to produce this variety. I share this with you as a reminder of what we stand to lose if we don't work together. Although, all hope is not lost. The Gutierrez family is working hard to plant even more shade trees, have even healthier soils, so that one day, margojipe will be planted at Finca Monteverde once again. There you are. There you are. The Lamastis family is also working hard to protect their lands. They recently installed bioreactors on their farm. These bioreactors take the byproducts of coffee production and turn it into organic fertilizer, which they can use to improve their soil health. These bioreactors also do something special. They capture methane gas, preventing it from entering the atmosphere, as methane gas is very harmful to the environment. They're also able to use this methane gas as fuel on the farm. There. Please enjoy these milk drinks. I'm gonna be right back with my signature drink. Thank you. Now, judges, in the first two courses, we got to experience the power that aerobic and anaerobic organisms have in flavor formation. For my signature drink today, I would like to use their amazing abilities to transform my signature drink ingredients in a similar way that they transformed the coffees that we tasted together. So, I've pulled 2 shots of a 50-50 blend of 50% anaerobic Alita washed geisha and 50% aerobic natural margojipe. And I'm going to add 2 ingredients to them. 1 ingredient that was anaerobically fermented, and 1 ingredient that was processed with oxygen. So for my first ingredient today, I have 3 grams of a lacto-fermented strawberry juice. I made this by taking 300 grams of strawberries, putting them in a sealed jar, and adding lactic acid bacteria in the form of kefir. I fermented it for 5 days, and then I blended it and strained it. Those lactic acid bacteria break down the citric acid in the strawberries, making it less tart and giving it a creamy body, just like what happened at the tanks at Alita Estate. That strawberry note is going to add more pink-type flavors to the intense notes of the margojipe, giving us new notes of watermelon and pink grapefruit. Thank you. For my second ingredient, I have 60 grams of a cold brewed pu'er tea. Now, pu'er tea is very similar to green and black tea. It's the same leaf. However, it is fermented with aerobic organisms, the same aerobic bacteria and organisms and fungi that were on the coffee cherry at Finca Monteverde. To make this, I put 40 grams of pu'er tea in this cold drip brewer. I added 200 grams of water, and then I set it to its lowest drip function. It took a few hours to go through. Now, this pu'er has a unique note that combines with the florals we tasted in my espresso to give us a new note of jasmine green tea. It just appeared today, and it's just incredible. I wanted to serve you a chilled drink, so I have frozen this canister so that you have a cold drink with no additional dilution coming from ice or anything like that. And then I'm gonna add nitrogen. This nitrogen is a visual representation of the gases that are all around us and have been a key part in our planet's growth and our own growth. So today, judges, you can write down watermelon, green apple, and pink grapefruit with a finish of jasmine green tea. And again, all those are on your menus right in front of you. For my drinking instructions, please swirl between each sip and take a minimum of 3 sips. The texture is going to be velvety at first, but as you drink and swirl, it will move to juicy. Judges, a few billion years ago, our planet was threatened with too much oxygen in the atmosphere, and it was our bacterial ancestors that evolved to save us. Billions of years later, we are faced with the opposite problem. There's too much CO2 in the air and it threatens our existence. But there's something really special. We have the ability to change this in the same way that we can change conditions in processing tanks. I think it is amazing that we get to learn about climate science, different gases, and coffee all at the same time in this amazing industry. I hope that this will lead us to tastier coffee and a healthier planet. It has been my pleasure being here today and getting to serve you these coffees because I just think they're delicious. Thank you so much. I'm just going to clean up a bit. Alcohol time.